ASAP, one thing that threw me off about the liquor collaborations, I always thought you would drop a clothing line first.
Nah, no, I'm in the clothes, bro.
Yeah, your own?
All the time, bro.
Really?
Like we do ghost designing for some of your favorite fashion
ghost
houses.
design.
Ooh, ghost design. What, that's like ghost writing?
Yep.
Yeah.
I love people. It's not the fashion. It's the people in fashion I love.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Brose here, and I'm back with the new video. As you can see, we're in a different area, but that's because I moved. So we're just gonna see how this looks, but I'm sure I'll change it around in something else. Other than that, let's get to the video. All right, y'all. So as you can see in the title, we're analyzing the eras of ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky is known for his unique and ever-evolving style and fashion sense. He has influenced and shaped a lot of trends for young men growing up. Now, his style has gone through various eras, each reflecting his different inspirations and what he has gone through at that time in life. And as you can see throughout his years, his relationships kind of like influence his fashion as well. I noticed, you know, there's that saying of when you get in a relationship, your style kind of changes, or you know, y'all kind of rub off on each other. He's kind of like a representative of that. Yeah, so let's get started. He was born in October 3rd, 1988 in Harlem, New York. He came on the music scene in the early 2010s. Before, you know, he joined a group called ASAP Mob, him and a few others. ASAP Mob was a collective group of rappers, producers, directors, designers, and just like a little creative gang or creative affiliate. So they were kind of like the first of their time in a sense, because now you have people who do creative groups and they're made up of different people. So they were kind of ahead of the curve when it came to that.
In New York City, it was the whole mob. We took the train from Harlem. We was Fleeto. I had on this Marc Jacobs shirt, had pink on at the top. I had these D&G pants because I was wearing D&G back then, and I had these Marc Jacobs sneakers on. You had on the black Acne pants with the blue jean jacket. Nash, you had the blue jean jacket with the same with the black Acne pants with the black Timbs with the super glasses on with the fro because you was on your Jay-Z shit trying to wolf out.
This era, I would say in the early 2010, it was really representative of streetwear and, you know, his favorite word, swag. And signature looks in the early years was deeply rooted from, you know, where he was from, New York, which is the street called hoodies, flannels, cargo pants, camouflage shorts, hoodies, of course, beanies, you know, bold graphic tees, definitely by Hood by Air, Supreme, Bape, you know, he was definitely into that. Stussy, which were very popular in the early 2010s, and some are still popular now, I would say. Key pieces he would wear were snapbacks. He loved a good snapback, sometimes beanies, leather jackets, chunky jewelry. Again, graphic tees were like streetwear staples to create his unique aesthetic. He was kind of like bringing a different look to the rap scene, I would say. He didn't look like anybody else. His aesthetic kind of was very relatable to young people. You know, his crew had a significant influence on the streetwear scene. They were kind of like this rebellious type of look. People wanted to be kind of like in the in crowd with them. Again, like grills was his staple. Snapback flannel was his staple. You know, he had the braids. You know, people known him for like the two braids and a snapback with, you know, either his hair tied in the back or let loose in the front. He was like the Tumblr king. Like, and, you know, Tumblr was like a site that, you know, revolved posts and you show like your different people photography, just nice quality pictures. And he was just like, you know, one of the people that you always see coming across your timeline for his album covers, his streetwear, you know, things like that. So ASAP was really building his audience through visual aesthetic along with his music and, like, you know, of course, SoundCloud as well.
Just wearing LV, so I preferred to wear Goyard because I felt like it was a luxury brand that I always wanted to wear, but I just never could afford. So by the time I got a little bit of money, I just figured, you know, I get what the f I want, and here you have it. Here, you can only catch me in like #1 Jordans or #4 Jordans. That's the only ones we wore. We didn't wear nothing else. That's how you knew that was some uptown Harlem ASAP. Like, it feels like now those are the most two popular Jordans, if you ask me.
During the early 2010s, his style featured plenty of Supreme and he became good friends with like Jeremy Scott and wore a lot of Adidas designs, which would later result in a three-way color sneaker, which he collaborated later in 2013. You know, so he was building, he was a new kid on the block, but his momentum with his album, and then, you know, collaborating early on with like big names like Rihanna on remixes. Early in that career, he had Rihanna co-star, which is now his allegedly wife, or, you know, fiance, baby mom, you know, lover, love of his life, which is now, which kind of like a full circle moment, but she kind of co-starred in his video called Fashion Killer, and, you know, Rihanna is known for her fashion, so, you know, which kind of foreshadowed the high fashion, high profile romantic relationship they will have exactly 10 years later from that. Exactly. So that was kind of cool. Rocky loves for vintage and streetwear. He often incorporated a lot of retro elements, kind of sometimes baggy stuff, but no, he also switched up with the skinny jeans, oversized graphic tees, iconic shirts into his outfits. It was kind of like homage to like the 90s with a unique style of the 2010 flair. He was never afraid to kind of like do colors outside of the lines, you know, during that time, a lot of the guys kind of, you know, kept it cool, but he would kind of like this, like, you know, I think that time they loved to call like a hipster type thing. So he would just go in that realm, and ASAP was kind of like one of the newer guys in 2010s, kind of leading the charge into fashion. You know, a lot of rap guys kind of strayed away from that. In the later years, ASAP kind of reemerged that again with the newer generation. And then in the early 2010s, attended his first Met Gala in 2014. In 2011, you know, you will see some of his looks will probably reused now. You know, he was kind of one of the first to wear Rick Owens and put that on the map, and, you know, mention Raf Simons in his music. He wasn't the first to wear Rick Owens, but he was kind of like one to really push that to the forefront. Sorry, you know, I think Lil Wayne was the first to wear Rick Owens, or probably one of the first, and then like ASAP came and he kind of like pushed that. That was like his brand. That was like who he is. I'm surprised he never got a collab with them, but I know he did with Raf Simons, so we'll talk about that in his next era.
In fashion, just like in hip hop, you can't only set the bar, you also have to raise it. Here's a look at some fashion do's and don'ts. Do. Be unique and independent with your style and choices. Don't wear an NFL jersey with your name in the back of it unless you're willing to take a hit for that team. When it comes to fashion, break out the box, take a risk. Don't literally wear a box.
So during this time, again, he and ASAP Mob co-founder ASAP Bar released ASAP merchandise in 2013. And in October 2014, he announced he officially signed a contract with World Representation with Lil Moore's endeavors. He was a fashion muse, and this was cemented by his appearance in the DKNY Spring 2014 campaign alongside Cara Delevingne and Jordan Dunn, which are two, you know, big models. So he was getting into the fashion era with the collabs and network, getting invited to fashion shows and sitting front row and things like that.
I like just shopping for myself, and then in the midst of shopping, you know, stumble upon some cool brands. Man, I will go to thrift stores.
Still.
I'll go to eBay. I'm one of those type of niggas. It makes me happy like music does.
So let's get to the next one. I would say he kind of stepped it up a notch. Again, like I said, in 2014, he went to the Met Gala. So we're now merging into the mid 2000s, 2014, 15, 16, 17. So during this time, it was like half high fashion meets streetwear. As he was becoming a global superstar for his music, but also for his fashion, he became more daring and adventurous. He began frequently wear, like, you know, again, Raf Simons, more Rick Owens, because he had more money and more access. And then YSL, you know, key pieces during this time were bomber jacket, skinny jeans, kind of left the snapback, kind of pushed that away. You know, tailored suits with streetwear elements such as hoodies under blazers, oversized outerwear, sleek sneakers. Rocky started to play more with gender fluid clothing. He was getting a little bit more comfortable with that, mixing traditional masculine and feminine elements. He was definitely doing like gender neutral or not, you know, that type of thing. He had partnerships with like Puma, which is like the Puma / ASAP Rocky collection, so they always had a good standing in other luxury fashion scenes. He also became known for his street goth aesthetic, wearing all black ensembles with minimalistic looks. So then as you transition into late 2010s, it was kind of getting luxe streetwear, which was testing the eras, I would say. And Rocky fashion during the late 2010s kind of blended more luxury streetwear and vintage influences. His style was more refined but still very experimental. This era saw him explore looks that were both eclectic and polished, combining high fashion and designer pieces with vintage finds. Key pieces were tailored silhouettes again, graphic tees, chunky sneakers like Yeezys, Rick Owens styles, bold accessories, the mixing of patterns, textures, and bold colors, and became more common. During this time, his fashion reflected, 90s nostalgia and futuristic elements again, and he began embracing more of avant-garde pieces, pushing boundaries of traditional norms, and then keeping his traditional ponytail with the braids. In fall 2016, he was cast in the Dior Homme's fall 2016 campaign, which was pretty big. He also was, in 2016 was kind of like a bigger year for him. He also announced that the rapper was Guess Original's inaugural collaborator. He reworked the brand's logo with Guess with the 2 money signs. He also appeared in a capsule collection of dinner streetwear and various style tees. And then later, 3 years later, he also directed a video to promote the collection. Also in 2016, he designed a collaboration with J.W. Anderson titled JWA X A$AP Rocky and AWGE, which hit stores, which featured fox fur, track jackets, and knitted pants. And then, so he was definitely in this collab, meeting people, networking, and just really putting himself out there in the fashion field, but not as just like a face, but more so like as a brand collaborator that could sell and that had influence. And then later in the 2010s, before we get to the 2020s, in 2019, the rapper also appeared in Calvin Klein's I Speak My Truth ad and My Calvin campaign. He also gained support from Calvin Klein when he went through legal trouble, so he was really locked in with these big fashion groups, like brands, like they support him through thick and thin.
I think you just it's a relationship thing. It's been years. All these fashion brands, they know what's up with me, and I know them. And since I came out with music, it's that's how I got my introduction with fashion, and they could tell that I'm authentic. I'm not just wearing just so I could try to be cool and say we influence what's tomorrow. And like I said, man, I know I'm an artist, and with that comes great responsibility. You get what I'm saying?
So now let's talk about the 2020s, which is kind of was more so sustainability and high fashion. So now A$AP Rocky, he's settled. He's in his 30s now. He is grown up, kind of, and he's found love, and he's a father in this era. So his style has definitely changed. His hair has definitely changed, and he's kind of like a star, not more so as music, but more so as a brand, as a fashion person. So he kind of shifted away from music and more so focused on being a fashion maven. So Rocky's style in the 2020s kind of leaned further into sustainability and innovative fashion. He has been experimenting with more unique, sometimes disjointed combinations of pieces, often with the emphasis on eco-friendly and upcycled clothing. It was definitely more avant-garde silhouettes, unconventional layering, oversized, kind of going back to his roots, continued to embrace gender fluid and boundary pushing fashion choices, often collaborating with designs who champion sustainability and progressive fashion. Again, he's now with Rihanna. He has more connections with fashion brands. So he's seen as one of the few celebrities who can mix streetwear and high fashion with ease, and having continued support from LVMH, and of course his close friend Raf Simons. So some key collaborations and partnerships he had. Rocky collaboration with Puma helped push streetwear forward agenda. His designs often mix high fashion with athletic wear, creating pieces that blur the lines between luxury and casual wear.
Shoe and this shoe is just 2 different identities, but I wanted them to feel cohesive as far as a collection and stuff like that. And I think that's just where I am creatively. I got like everything at once, you know what I'm saying? And I just don't want it to be tacky or feel too maximalist and too chaotic, but I kind of want organized chaos, doing things that's non-traditional in a sense.
Rocky also worked with Under Armour to merge athletic wear with streetwear in a way that elevated the brand's aesthetic.
And this shoe with David Mayhew, who created the original D3.
Bro, that was the best part of this experience. Aside from just, I'm sorry, I got hype as fuck. Getting to use Under Armour's facilities to manufacture the shoe, it was kind of tight and I was just like, I want to make a skate shoe that I love, that, people wouldn't, it just doesn't matter that it's Under Armour, it doesn't matter that it's A$AP, it's just an amazing skate shoe, you feel me?
He attended fashion shows. I would definitely say ASAP had the fluid and non-conformity look. He often championed for gender fluid fashion, wearing traditional feminine items like skirts and skirt-inspired looks, often paired with masculine accessories. He was able to wear anything from streetwear to full-tailor suits without following the norm. He would always wear a suit but put a different spin on it and give it a twist. Sometimes he did all black, but he could go to a pink. He could go to like, you know, a dark navy and switch it up like that. And as we get into the 2020s, let's get into his more maternally family style. A$AP Rocky has taken a more relaxed approach and family-oriented aesthetic while maintaining high fashion roots. He often seen in his laid-back streetwear outfits paired with designer pieces, showing a more balanced approach to fashion and life. So he will be more balanced and he'll let Rihanna shine. You see a lot of that, but they will complement each other really well. Key pieces he will wear is casual and comfortable, like oversized hoodies, sweatpants, sneakers, combined with high accessories, coats. It was just effortless and cool. He always maintained a cool, effortless aesthetic. He would take different things like that yellow puffer vest or over top looks, but his ability to like wear it to make it to his liking. Now you can see him ASAP, you know, modeling for Rihanna Savage, like Fenty along with his kids. You know, him and his partner Rihanna are building an empire with that. He's helping her build that brand for men. And then he's also, you know, the face of Bottega Veneta. He's been working with them for quite some time and doing campaigns for them. And then also in 2024, ASAP debuted a fashion show where it was kind of named like Everyone Dressed Like ASAP. But I also will note that ASAP Rocky in the 2020s, he was able to change up his hair. So it wasn't just plaids. He would wear straight backs, a honeycomb, and he'll add the accessories like the pearls, you know, in different designs to his braids. Now I want to say he's the first to pioneer that because, you know, in our culture, you know, we kind of pioneered that, like, you know, it's just in our culture, but he kind of did bring it to the forefront. So, you know, he'll wear like a G in his hairstyle, or zigzag, or ASAP, or R, you know, add different accessories. He definitely did the pearl thing, which I recreated because I like how he did the pearls. And, you know, pearls are usually used as more so feminine, so I was glad he was able to take that and make it his own. Also, I forgot to mention in 2023 he collaborated with Gucci Guilty perfume and advertisements, Puma sneakers with the collaboration with F1, and then of course again Bottega Veneta with the groundbreaking campaign based on paparazzi candidates. So he kind of took campaigns into his own hands. But overall, A$AP Rocky's fashion journey is a testament to his versatility and able to stay ahead of the curve. He was able to mix streetwear with haute couture easily, and he was also setting trends and influencing fashion in the fashion industry. And then the young guys coming up, a lot of the young men are dressing like him. Maybe not celebrities, but a lot of the young men on TikTok look like A$AP Rocky 10 years ago. We have to give him credit for that. His sense of personal style and boundaries and love of fashion made him one of the most influential male fashion figures in the game. He's definitely top 5, I would say, rappers, like him, Pharrell, Kanye, like I would say like kind of like the Holy Trinity if you think about it. But whether he's wearing an oversized puffer jacket or a tailored suit, he knows how to style it in a way that fits him and that looks like he's wearing the fit and what fit's not wearing him. So A$AP Rocky continues to redefine what it means to be stylish in a modern era that's kind of like oversaturated. But yeah, shout out to A$AP Rocky. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll see y'all in my next one. Peace.
Being a cultural innovator, it means so much to me, especially being a rapper, going and having endeavors in the fashion industry. And I think that the lines are definitely merged now, you know, and thank you to the British Fashion Council, you know. So to all the young designers who was nominated today, who may or may not have won tonight, I just hope that this is a token of encouragement to show you could do this shit too. All right, y'all.